What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Trust the Process. The reason being trust the process because we're getting ready for the stage again. We've got about 19 weeks now till stage day. This episode is going to be a push session and I'm going to explain my push session throughout the whole of the off season that I'm still continuing into my prep. So stay tuned, but first it's time for a pre-workout. Yeah, so going to get a pre-workout. And today we have ABE Blue Raz, now known ABE. Gonna mess me up. D 4 times.
Thank you and goodbye.
Right, ABE. So pre-workout, ideally 15-20 minutes before a session apparently, with some water. So fill up the tap with your trusty mug. Bit of water, ideally put it in, or because I ain't done it in so long, dry scoop. Dustbin. Oh yeah, we're good. Push session today, chest dominant push session, because for me, I feel like from my stage shots and stuff, it's quite a lagging area. Well, everything's lagging always, so you can always improve. I really want to make the effort to improve it this season, should I say. So for me, we've added in some incline Smith press, but we also reverse band it. However, before any movements on the bars or anything, I always do one with a band, just do some chest openers, so just get my chest open, get some rear delts firing as well. And then I also like to do some shoulder rotations with a band, just to here to open up my chest. And back round again, just to make sure the shoulders, chest, all loose, ready for the session ahead. But yeah, I'll just show you the setup of the Smith machine as well. Right, so to show you the reverse band Smith, you need a daisy chain, or we don't have daisy chains, we have TRXs that we just steal the chain bit off, put it over the top. I mean, obviously put it in the middle. And then this carabiner is quite key because you want to make sure that you haven't got full tension on the band when you start the movement. It only wants to take like a little bit of weight when it's like close to your chest. So over time, just figured out that it needs to be 4 from the bottom. And then you're going to take your band. Well, this is a new band, so I'm not really sure if it'll take too much out. But hook it under the bar. Clip it in, like this. I'm so stupid. Like this here, and then bench. Go 45, and then up to stay locked in, and then always do a set without any weight on, just to make sure the setup's right. And then we'll bang some weight on. So this here, because it's not converging, it's not the best movement in terms of like shortening the pec, because you can't bring your arm across your body. So we'll do this, and then we'll do a pec fly. So we do get to shorten it because we'll bring our elbow across the body. And then we'll probably do another press as well after that. And just go from there really. But yeah, this has been a staple every Monday, reverse band Smith press. It looks something like this. I'll just do 12 reps, plate aside, and then I just tend to jump straight into my top set, aiming for like 6 to 8 reps on a heavier weight, or the heaviest I can do. So here's where the band wants to start taking tension, just so you keep your shoulder safe. As you're driving up, the band gets slack, and you start to take all the weight again as you're starting to shorten the chest. And then the triceps are squeezing here at the top as well, so taking like the full load at the top. And obviously when you're stretched here, this is when you're weakest, most vulnerable to like an injury. So it just lightens the load a little bit. Just a smarter way to get progressive overload. So, just gonna go for another 20 aside and try and get 6, here we go. Thing is, we are actually officially on prep now. but it shouldn't change the way you train. So still trying to hit heavy weights, trying to stimulate the muscle, so basically you won't lose any really, but you're trying to just stimulate enough just to retain anything you have built in the off season. You can't think, oh, I'm in a deficit, I'll have to lift lighter weight. Still needs to be heavy enough to keep hold of it. Five. Shite. So unfortunately, only 5. I felt heavy today. Just got to really figure out this setup. Not really sure if the band took enough out the bottom for me, but I tried it anyways. It is what it is. So what we're going to do now is take a plate off each side, back offset, 20 reps. Just keep moving, nice control, getting a squeeze, get a release. Just force loads more blood into there. So I'm getting like the best of both worlds. I'll try and go heavy for a few reps, and I'll also go like lighter for a lot more reps, because you should really be strong in all rep ranges if possible. Just gives you that fine balance really. But also, check it out, representing the new Yours Sincerely clothing, refusing to be average. Nice little low on the back, nice oversized feel. Check them out on Instagram at Yours Sincerely Clo. Oh, Pec Deck. So like I just said, because the Smith isn't converging, we need to somehow get the pec in its most shortened range. Obviously a fly is ideal for that. You can do cable, Pec Deck, dumbbell. I think this is better though, because there's no like drop off as such, whereas a dumbbell, when you come up so high, sort of just like you lose all sense of the weight, whereas this keeps tension throughout. Seat quite high up, sit on, gap in your lower back, shoulder blade squeeze against the pad, chest up, coming around, and the driving force is your elbows, so you're trying to get elbow to elbow, not hand to hand. So when it gets heavy, people give up, bring their hands together, you lose the squeeze of the pec. So if you think, oh, I can't get my last few reps, just partial it out, try and drive your elbows together, still squeezing the pec. A little pause in the middle, so you get a good squeeze. I did 1 set of 12, 1 set of 6 heavy, and now what I'm going to do here is a cluster set. So a cluster set is really, you want to pick a weight where you can do 12 reps of, pretty comfortable. What you can do is split it into sets of either like 5 or 6. So I tend to go 6, and I'm going to rest in a stretch phase for 6 seconds, do another 6, stretch for 6, then try and get another 6. Right guys, following on from the Pec Deck, so unfortunately, because I misplaced my microphone underneath my t-shirt, thinking it'd be a good idea, some of the quality of the sound got muffled up. So I'll just explain what we're going to do. Setting up the cable chest press on an incline bench, so one, like incline if you like, back. We use the half foam roller, so you're able to wrap your shoulder blades around the pad, and this will then allow you to elevate your chest. And then I'm going to have the cables low down, because I want to drive in like an upward trajectory motion to be able to get like the most range of motion, to get the best. Moving on, chest is fried, it's done, completely taxed, can't do anything more on it. Moving on to triceps now. The rope here, I was just explaining about how we're going to use a dual rope. This is so we can get the most range of motion. If we use one rope, you find that you only come to sort of like by your quads in front. Just having that extra length on the rope just means basically more range of motion, more gains essentially. I would normally do a cuffed tricep push down, but the machine I would normally go on was busy at the time, so This is just the alternative that I'll use. Just 2 ropes on the same carabiner. Nice squeeze, nice stretch up, really closing that angle between the bicep and the forearm. On the last set, I do a drop set. So just standard tricep push down. And then when I got to failure, I changed the angle of my body and pushed down towards a stack. This just meant I could get a few more reps out just by changing the angle of your humerus. So that is the bone from the shoulder to the elbow. And just by changing that angle just means you can sort of just still hit the weight you want to hit without any problems. Just a good way to finish off your drop set and really push your triceps to that ultimate like failure. Like there's one thing to give up and then just change the angle, then give up again. Just increase that intensity basically. On my final movement, I did some overhead rope work. Here I will only go with 1 rope because I can get enough of a stretch down and then get a good enough split at the top. There's no like restrictions. Just again, it's to do with the angle of your humerus. So with my arm up in the air, it just changes the angle completely, as opposed to like having just your standard tricep push down. And then setting the rope up about hip height, just so it's actually easy to get the rope to start into position, and then it's also like easy enough to get out. That set there. Did have a number of minds wanting to go to failure. Then when I couldn't do any more full, just do a few partials. And I couldn't do any more partials, just held the stretch. Feel it really pulling here, the long end of the tricep. And then that is it. That is my session done. We'll do some posing upstairs as always, show you guys how we're looking a week into the diet. And then that is it. We'll end the video and that'll be it. As I just mentioned, I've now come upstairs just to finish a video really with some posing. Got a nice chest bump. And then just see how we're looking 1 week into the diet. Hopefully I'm like peeled already, but we'll see. Like I said, just come upstairs to do the posing. When you start doing the cut and that, and you start doing the posing again, it's really like, can be quite like demoralising at the beginning because obviously I've done this before. I got stage ready, been on the stage, but I got super lean. Done this off season, put a bit of body fat on, hopefully put a bit of muscle and a bit of water. But when I'm posing, you don't look as sharp. And obviously got the mirror behind where you guys are watching, so I can see myself. Then when you look back on the camera, I just think, crikey, like I don't look on the camera how I thought I looked in the mirror. But it's good just to get the practice in. If I'm doing it now, and I do it every session, every week, I can just pick up on like my weaknesses and just get better. When you're on the stage and that, posing is going to be like 10 to 30 seconds of pose. Last video took some posing videos, but it took like 12 minutes to film the whole thing, so I'm just going to fire through it now. Right guys, so just come back to the car, head home on this fine bank holiday Monday, rain. That is the end of the push session, push, chest, triceps session. Just spoke about what I've been doing in my off season. Most of their movements were pretty much a staple for the last 10 months. Haven't really strayed away from them. How I did it though was, from the very beginning, just set out a plan and would always try and work up to a top set of like 4 to 6 reps. If I got like the 6 reps on it, I'd try and get 7 the week after, then 8, then 9. Then once I got 10 on a weight, I would increase and then just go again. So top set would always be trying to get 4 to 6 on a new weight. But if I got to a weight that I was comfortably getting 6, then 7, I'd just keep progressing on that. Then look for a new form of progressive overload. I hope you enjoyed that video. A bit of posing at the end, not too much, just a little bit so you can see it, and then hopefully keep you intrigued for what's coming each week. The next YouTube video will be a leg session. I'm going to explain why I've switched out the hack squat for the Smith squat, so stay tuned for that. As always, if you liked the video, please obviously hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.